We are gonna go to the zoo after we pick up my daughter from pre-K today. So I'm gonna make some sandwiches. I'm just gonna make peanut butter and jelly because I waited too long and I don't have a lot of time. So that's kind of how it goes. This is a knife. Looks sturdy. Let's. All right. New knife. Check. So my daughter actually just likes peanut butter, which is funny. But yeah, that is it. This is one of those things. I'm using this Jif peanut butter. It says natural. It's creamy. It's kind of plain. I like it, I will admit, but it's one of those things where you gotta check the ingredients because the ingredients say peanuts, sugar, palm oil, and 2% less of salt or molasses. So there are 2 grams of added sugar, which is totally unnecessary, but it's in there. She likes it. I will admit, feeding her has been a challenge, kind of her whole life. So if she likes this peanut butter, I'm going with it, sticking with it, you know, like do what you can. So I'm just gonna make it into this little uncrustable thing. So you just like cut it into a square like that. And then honestly, I forget what's next, but also got to figure out what I'm gonna make the twins for lunch. So I think we put this down next. Push. And then honestly, I don't know. This looks good to me. I mean, that's what it looks like. It's a little uncrustable. So it's just peanut butter. I'm gonna pop it in a Tupperware. And sorry, I'm giving her plastic, and you know the added bonus is there's dog hair in it because it's in the bottom drawer, which means the kids get it out quite often. So I know plastic is not good for you. You know, we do what we can. We do what we can. I think I'm gonna make, I'm bougie and I don't like to eat the butt. Maybe I will one day, probably not, but we'll pretend. This one, let's see. This is the Kirkland organic peanut butter, and it is just peanuts and sea salt. I don't know if you can tell, but it's quite runny. It's one of the ones you have to mix up. So you gotta mix it up a little bit because it's like real dry at the bottom, but very wet at the top. To me, which means it's very natural when it's like wet like that. But yeah, no added sugar because it's just peanuts. Let me double check that. 1 gram of sugar, 0 grams of added sugar. So I think that's a good one. I put entirely too much on. For jelly, I'm being lazy and using this squeeze one. Ingredients are Concord grapes, sugar, lemon juice, concentrate. Yeah, it's good. I like it. Using it, clearly. So, that is like a soup full of peanut butter. Ah, okay. I guess I could reuse that on the twin sandwich. Let's do that. Get another plate, because why not? This is, I'm not usually this, I was gonna say I'm not usually this chaotic, but I probably am, honestly. I don't know. I really was procrastinating on getting ready to go. So, talk about a mom sandwich right there. I don't know if you can see it. The bread's like ripped and it is a hot mess. I don't even want to eat this in my car because it's a mess. Whatever. Tastes like a peanut butter and jelly. So, I did have enough peanut butter left over to put on the twin sandwich. I'm gonna put some jelly on theirs. Doing what I can so that they don't become the same kind of eaters as their sister. And I will finish chewing before I keep talking. I'm gonna cut theirs, just for the sake of like kind of being messy. I don't know. So press it. All right. Beep. And there's theirs. I'm gonna set it on my plate for now because I'll probably eat as we're walking out the door. I'm gonna put it together. We picked up my daughter and made it to the zoo. If you can invest in a family annual pass for your zoo, I 100% recommend it. We go all the time and have saved so much money from using our pass. Plus, there's no pressure to do the entire zoo each trip if you can come back whenever. Our zoo is such a safe space to run and learn. We can spend hours in here or just 1 hour. We've been here 30 seconds, so obviously the kids are free range at this point. We saw, oh, there you are. Say free range children. Here we go. The zoo is such a great place to take your kids, not only to learn about animals, sounds, and nature, but also to practice life skills like listening, following directions, and obviously where to ask for ice cream. But the best part is that most of the zoo goers are other families who also know what it's like to have free range children, tantrums, and unpredictable behavior. Or if they're not other families, they're elderly people who simply adore watching younger kids, even if it's a big feelings moment. I just love a safe place where we can go and just be ourselves without the pressure of feeling like we're bothering others. I will admit I was in my head quite a bit yesterday. I was letting the kids roam freely, so that meant they split people when they were walking or not walking. And I do my best to apologize to anyone it happens to, but I try not to shame my kids at the same time. I just keep it short, like, oh, sorry, we're still learning here. Because like I said before, the zoo is a great place. I've learned a few things along the way myself. One of them is to bring snacks, because we all feel better when our hunger needs are met. As you can see here, I was starting to lose it, so I had a quick snack, and then I was ready to go. Back to smiling. But also, when it comes time to pack up, I urge you to warn your kids. Transitions can be so hard for young kids. I always tell my oldest, okay, choose the last thing we're going to do, and then we're going to go bye-bye. And the twins aren't quite old enough to understand that concept, so when we're finishing that last thing, I tell the twins to start saying bye-bye to things. Bye-bye train, bye-bye animals, bye-bye cave. Of course, our exit is through the gift shop, and in a way to kind of reduce the power struggle of not getting something, I tell my daughter she can have 5 touches. She has the power to choose, but when she's done, we're leaving. This little carabiner thing has been a lifesaver. I know they make those little handle things, but honestly, the carabiner just makes so much more sense because you can use it to clip your bag on or something too. But it's also a great little handlebar.
Also, so your dog can also hang on to it in the parking lot too.
Yeah, we love it. We had a really good time at the zoo today, and I think the key to that is just communicating with everyone what the plan is. I told my daughter we couldn't do absolutely everything, so when I told her, no, we don't have time for that, she understood because I told her ahead of time. And when I told her that it was time for last thing, she knew that I meant it, and it really meant it was time to go. All right, it is, that's odd. It's 2:04. My goal was to leave.
Kids in this car, and you even have a TV in this car.
Yes, I do.
Taking the way back.
Yep. Goal was to leave at 2, in the car at 2:04. That's what dreams are made of. We're gonna go home for the twins nap, and then big girl and I will have some time together. So for a little bit, but I think that's all for today because I just want to spend some time with my big girl. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.